Welcome to Knockout Central TV. Subscribe now for the latest boxing highlights, fight breakdowns, and behind-the-scenes action from your favorite fighters. Don't miss a single knockout or epic moment. Like this video if you enjoyed it and want more high-energy content. Comment below and share your thoughts. Who's your favorite fighter, and what fight do you want to see next?
Stand and fight, and AJ's not the best at closing people off, and it's hard chasing somebody down who don't want to engage, and then he tagged him every now and again. So
does it look bad on him because there's one right hook that he took was a serious shot, but obviously he didn't flinch from it, but the fact
not really, because you'll take into consideration that you can get, there will be, look, there'll be no way. Well, Anthony Joshua thought, if he hits me, there's a possibility he's going to hurt me. I felt a couple of shots early on in the fight. There's no way Jake Paul at the level he's at, I know his barks and what he's done, that he's, you know, and it's like AJ, like you say, he's got to have completely gone and be punch drunk for Jake Paul to beat him. After the last fight against the Boer, people think, well, his jaw's gone there, he can't take a shot. Of course he can take a shot. And it's weighing up the opposition, and he weighed up the opposition, and he's not going to be training like he trained for Usyk or for the big fights. He won't do that because they can't get motivated enough to do it. They'll do enough to do the rounds. What was it, an 8-rounder?
Yeah.
So, same again. So he did enough. He never looked in any trouble. It didn't look great, you know, but Tyson Fury didn't look great against Ngannou, did he? But who did he box after Ngannou?
So Usyk?
Exactly. Yeah. But you would have never thought, looking at the performance against Ngannou with Tyson, you would never have thought that he put in the performance he did against Usyk.
So you think it's more of a case of you kind of, no matter how good you are and how much you train, if the opposition isn't great, you're sometimes you're going to box at the level of the opponent because the opponent makes you fight at that level. That's quite a fair.
So, but when AJ did do what he got to and manages to land,
he emphasizes a crucial point: surviving against a fighter of Anthony Joshua's caliber, a former world champion with legendary knockout power, took genuine courage and resilience from Jake Paul. The fight served as a stark reminder of the physical dangers inherent in boxing, proving beyond doubt that no amount of hype, social media following, or press conference bravado can truly prepare someone for elite-level competition. But the drama didn't end in the ring. After the fight, Jake Paul's mother shocked the boxing world with a verbal onslaught against both Joshua and promoter Eddie Hearn, expressing raw anger and even saying she wanted to punch Hearn for sitting there smiling while her son struggled and suffered. She heavily criticized both Joshua and Hearn for not stopping the fight sooner, believing that Jake endured unnecessary punishment that could have been avoided if someone had thrown in the towel. Her outburst highlighted the fierce protectiveness surrounding Jake and his team, reflecting real and legitimate concerns about fighter safety in boxing. Fans and analysts alike noted that while her reaction was extreme, it was also understandable, given the brutal punishment Jake faced under Joshua's overwhelming power and the very real risks that came with stepping into the ring against an elite opponent.
Eddie Hearn, for instance. Yeah.
Why? Why Eddie Hearn?
Because I don't like his smug face.
You don't like his smug face?
No. Literally thinks he's better than everybody in the world.
Shit-eating grin. I said the exact same. Bro,
Jake's over there, like, you know, struggling, and he's sitting over there smiling like the cat who swallowed the canary. Guess what? Did he fucking get in the ring?
Do you think he was happy with what happened to Jake?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, my God.
Now, this is coming from a mother, too, guys. So I just want y'all to understand it. This is a mom. But at the end of the day, it's his job to laugh. Because, hell, I was laughing at Jake Paul. I can't even lie. I'm not a big Jake Paul fan. But, you know, part of the process. We got to report on this stuff. But Mama Paul, hella mad.
God, and that's sickening to me. It's sick. I don't like it. Even Anthony Joshua had some class and, you know, apologized to me.
Did he really?
Yeah. He worked his way through the crowd and came up to me and said, "Mom, just know it's just boxing."
It's just the fight game, right? That's the saying in boxing, and sometimes the fight game gets brutally real. After this intense bout, the spotlight shifted to Logan Paul, Jake's brother, who confronted and intimidated Anthony Joshua outside the ring in a tense showdown. Meanwhile, Jake was shown in the hospital, visibly in pain and recovering from a devastating knockout that left his jaw fractured in multiple places. The contrast between these scenes was stark. Logan's confident, aggressive presence outside the ring standing up for his brother, versus Jake's vulnerable state in a hospital bed facing the very real physical consequences of stepping into the ring with an elite heavyweight. This juxtaposition underscored the harsh realities of boxing, realities that social media fame, viral videos, and YouTube views can't shield you from. Fans and analysts reacted strongly, noting that while Logan's confrontation went viral, the true story remained Jake's struggle in the ring and the massive physical toll he endured. It served as a sobering reminder that behind all the hype, call-outs, and press conferences, boxing is a sport with very real danger.
I say AJ fighting Logan Paul would be more of a mismatch than Jake Paul. You know what I mean? Because at least Jake Paul has taken boxing or has trained with real boxing trainers and real boxes. Whereas Logan Paul, you know, he did that exhibition with Floyd, and Floyd's a little guy. Not saying a little guy can't thump, because Floyd really gave him some two pieces with no sides, right? But at the same time, you take his friend, Floyd's friend, Anthony Joshua, and get hit by him and see what happens. The same thing. Probably worse, because I think Logan, you know, he's a little taller than Jake. And because he's a little taller than Jake, he may think he's a little stronger than Jake. Which I don't know which one's true or not. I don't think it makes a difference. But because he may feel that way, he may want to go in there and try to bang it out with AJ. And if that happens, it's going to be a lot quicker. See, that 6 rounds it took AJ to finally catch Jake. It took that way because Jake was on that bicycle, moving, being elusive, trying to come in and then come out. He tried to do a very poor man's Alexander Usyk, right? And it didn't work for him. Logan ain't gonna do that. Logan's gonna come in throwing bunches and bunches like he did with Floyd, trying to get him in there and, you know, do all this stuff. And what's gonna happen as soon as AJ lines him up, sets his punch, he's gonna hit Jake and he's gonna break Jake down. And he may break his jaw or face or orbital bone or something, nose, something is gonna be broken.
Chris Alger and Paulie Malignaggi delivered a blunt, brutally honest breakdown of Jake Paul's fight against Anthony Joshua, and they didn't sugarcoat a thing. They emphasized just how devastating the bout was for Paul, both during and after the fight, noting injuries that went far beyond expectations, including a jaw broken in 2 separate places and actual teeth lost in the ring. Think about that. Teeth knocked out, jaw shattered. It highlighted the immense physical toll of facing a world-class heavyweight who has been competing at the elite level for years. Both analysts pointed out that Joshua's power and precision left Paul with virtually no room to maneuver or mount any meaningful offense, fully exposing defensive weaknesses that simply weren't adequate for this level of competition. Alger and Malignaggi stressed that this fight serves as a stark reminder of the real dangers of stepping into the ring unprepared against elite opposition, no matter how confident you are or how much training you've done. Their analysis painted a clear picture of the brutal reality Paul endured and offered a cautionary lesson for anyone considering high-risk matchups. Respect the levels that exist in professional boxing.